your storytelling, it feels like a long dream that sometimes you slumber and sometimes you come up. This is like how I see, in your meaning, creating, and in your work where you built your own mythology of our time. Can you tell us more about the title of this show? Because it's a very long one.
I see this exhibition almost in a form of a theater with non-human actors. Especially this room, the floor is in between a painting and a stage.
There's also like fire, which is also a non-human element. I think I've been seeing like fire or flames in a lot of your works in the past. It feels like every time when I see a new show of yours, there's always a renewal about the role or meaning of fire. Can you tell us more about this?
I think fire for me has always been a process, a subject matter, and an environment to think through. But recently I've been thinking about the idea of burning and perhaps after the burn, what's left over. I've been thinking a lot through both the materiality and the story and the metaphor around ash. In this room where the floor is made from ash. And for me, ash is about perhaps what's left over that perhaps carried over and embody themselves as the ghost, which is a metaphor that I frequently, and a medium that I frequently use a lot in my storytelling. For me, the ghost is like the mycelium underneath the ground that connects and decomposes that which is left over.
And then there are a lot of winged creatures in the show too. Tell us more about, the birds and their obsession with anti-gravity.
In all my work, I think about the relationship between the ground and the sky. Mm-hmm. And perhaps even the reason I chose to work with fire was that fire is something that, connects the ground to the sky. On one hand, what fire burns into the air and what it does not burn, the leftover ashes fall and become a part of the ground. Mm-hmm. Another being that connects the ground to the sky is the bird. Mm-hmm. And for me, I'm interested in the multiplicity of this symbol.
Mm-hmm. Can you talk more about the materiality in your practice? Because there is a denim, which is like a kind of a staple of your work, which is as a material and also a symbol.
I've been toying with the idea of art as some form of like spiritual upcycling of material. And I like almost the conflict in saying that, the profanity. For me, I also think this kind of tension between when you're trying to force something like that's not meant to attain a certain kind of value, when you're putting so much like effort in storytelling and process to push something that is not meant to do something. I often use materials that are perhaps not often associated with the ethics that I want it to convey. That's kind of like my human desire of pushing meaning and shaping meaning onto these materials.
How sound and music accompany with your storytelling in your artwork?
I think in the last two videos I've made, I really thought about song as the medium which separates the spirit and the body and also bring it back together. Mm-hmm. And I think in this exhibition I talk about it almost like the musical theater, because the audience will see different characters, both including myself in the video, appear to deliver songs, and different objects and body parts in this exhibition is producing songs, music, and breath. Please come visit the exhibition and let us know what you think.